Good evening. Here is your waiter today, and I'm bringing... No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I thought it was a good idea to maybe do that voice to begin this stream. No. 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 I'll work on it. I'll work on it. I can do it in a moment. Anyway. Hello. Good evening. Welcome to RSF1, and this is Tier 4 Division. We're coming to you live around the Canadian Grand Prix. Round number 8, I think it is this season now. So still quite a long way to go. But we have a very good championship spicing up nicely in this Tier 4 championship. To win and throw in, basically, I don't really see anybody that can run away with it at this point. It's all going to be about consistency going forward for these guys. I'm RSF1 waiter, as you probably could imagine, after that failed attempt of a introduction there. But yes, and I'm going to be bringing you action for this race. 17 drivers. Source needs to get a car. No, he has not picked a car yet. I don't think he's going to be able to go. I just had to message him. Oh, he's in a Ferrari. Sweet. Sweet. It's all going wrong to begin with. Didn't pick a car. It's meant to be in a Red Bull. Oh well. Ferrari it is. Fair enough. Yes, good evening. Yeah, let's hope we can have a good race here tonight. A couple of new names in the lineup in our roster now in F4. A few spaces that had to be filled. A few drivers that had to be replaced as well. And obviously I'll go over that. You can probably already see a couple of new names that you've not seen before on that list there on the right hand side. But we have a good strong grid tonight, which is good to see. So let's get things underway. We've had very interesting races already this week. Action all throughout the races. Of course, they are on Twitch and obviously on YouTube now, so you can watch the races back. Highly recommend you watch any of the tiers that were this week. Obviously, we had Tier 2 on Sunday, which I won on track, but penalties brought me back. We've had some rain here and there, and I don't think it's raining at the moment in Q1 as we get things underway, but looks to be very overcast as we start things off. So might get a bit of rain moving forward into this qualifying session, which could definitely spice up the grid. I don't think many have practiced in the wet, but we have had it this week. A couple of qualifying sessions have ended up raining. There is a Racing Point heading out now. That is Primus, who is right on time. He's always heading out, or one of the first heading out onto the track, I should say. So out he goes. So 17 here tonight, so a very healthy grid, which is good to see. But let's go through a couple of the new names that you can see on the list here. All are full-time drivers. So first off, we're going to go to the Ferrari of MFX Leon. I'm going to just got to call him Leon for short, although it's make it so much easier. Yeah, he is a brand new driver in the Ferrari full-time. And the biggest question really for me is, can he break the duck of the Maranello team in this tier? They are yet to score a single point to these red Scarlet Ferraris, which is a shame to see and hear. But can he change that today? We shall see. The other new driver is Cooper Benz, who's a brand new driver in the Williams. So he has replaced, unfortunately, Unicorn Hunter, who fell foul of the stewards, and let's just say he didn't react in the best of ways. Let's just put it at that. So brand new driver, Cooper Benz. Good luck to him. Also, got this driver here, Dave. Simply Dave, with the number 10 on the end of it. Yes, he is going to be driving for the AlphaTauri. at full-time seat alongside Raikkonen. So he has replaced Barry, Barry is on. Unfortunately, had to take some time off, which is perfectly fine. Source in the chat, how do I get into the Red Bull? I think it's a bit too late now. If you back out now, you're not going to be able to take any part in qualifying. So, yeah, you're stuck in that Ferrari. Again, I tried to message you and everyone else to get in your car, but you didn't. So, it's fine for now. We know you drive for Red Bull, so we'll pretend you're Red Bull this time. Unfortunately, I don't think we can change that now, so... yeah. You're in Ferrari now, Source, for this race. So, have to manage that around as Primus is about to finish his, the opening lap in this session, a 1:10.1. Decent time, I'd think, but we'd obviously have to see what everyone else can do. I'd say Pole is definitely going to be in the 9s. Don't think we're going to see an 8 from any of these guys, as Duffelump sets a 9.8 in the Racing Point. Primus' teammate has gone top. Let's go into the 9s. So, good start from him, Duffelump. Didn't score any points last time out in the Racing Point. But this guy, Eagle, definitely needs a comeback. As 9.4 from the Alpha driver puts him at top. A single point for Eagle last time out in Baku. 10th place is all he got. It's been a bit below par performance, but he was caught out a few times. I think he didn't get through to Q3, and that kind of started the problem. So I think he'd be more than eager to get through to the last part of the session. So 9-4 to begin with for him. Monster Skyline is our last week's race winner. Won in Baku, and in doing so has actually clawed himself into the title fight because of his consistency. So yeah, he'll be keen to continue the momentum that he has gained from last couple of races. But our still championship leader is this guy, RS Prost, who has just gone into a 9.9 in the Alfa Romeo. He leads the championship, and he's been as consistent as most, really. Has been in the points every race since he has been in F4 this season, because he joined a couple of races late. He's been in the points every race so far. Has yet to win a race. Been very close on multiple occasions. Is tonight going to be different? Well, he himself has said he's not very confident about this track. He just wants to get this out of the way. If he can keep hold of his lead, he said to me, he'll be very, very happy with that. So, see how he gets on. Could be a damage limitation race for Prost, but so far, so good decently. As a Skyline's on a second lap to put himself a 9.6. That's a little bit more safer from Skyline than the Williams there. Let's see, Leon's on an out lap at the moment. Try and get on board with him. Button in the McLaren. Decent result last time out, P4 in Baku. He's going along quite nicely in the championship so far. I'll run down the championship in a few minutes, but yeah, decent start to the season for Button in the McLaren. The only McLaren here tonight. We are missing Dips, which is unfortunate to see, and unfortunate as well that Button has invalidated his lap. You can see it appeared red on the track map. That means he's unfortunately gone over the white lines from what the game has said. So he'll be going round again. Leon behind is communication here, because Button is not on a lap anymore. So Leon's just trying to get some space here. The two Mercedes behind of Vinny and 40. Vinny about to complete a lap, so Vinny's invalidated. So yeah, a lot of invalidations. Keeping it in the white lines is very difficult around here. Might get a few of that in the race. Could be down to penalties or lack of penalties. Could determine the race, which is unfortunate, but it's just the way the track is. It's so, the walls are close and it's quite fast. So let's get on board with Leon actually. So a lot of weight on Leon's shoulders. As I said, can he break the duck of Ferrari? And I've just seen a flash on the screen. I don't know whether you guys saw it. We have rain Rain is already falling, so those that have yet to set a lap, I've got to get out there quick. Those in danger, I've got to put their laps down. So pressure for these guys. Purple middle sector from Leon, as one of the Mercedes of Vinny goes wide. That's going to put him under pressure. So yeah, the rain already coming down, so we might have an intermediate Q2. So here comes Leon. Is he going to take the last chicane? He does. Left and right. Oh, he's hit the wall. He's going to complete the lap, though. Might be quick enough, and it is. It's a 9.7, despite that clout into the wall of champions and damage as well. But he's kept his foot in, which is good, because he managed to set a lap time, which I think might be good enough, as the rain is coming down. Dave is invalidated, I'm afraid, so he'll be going round again. That's not what you want to do. 40 again as well. Henry English in the chat. What happened to Unicorn? He basically he got penalised by the stewards, and I'm led to believe he reacted in the wrong way to that. There is a way to react to penalties. He was the opposite, basically, is what I was told. And obviously our stewards are volunteer workers, as well as myself. With this on their own free time, they don't, you know, they need good reactions, not the wrong reactions. They need professional reactions, basically. There's a way to handle penalties. And that didn't happen, so unfortunately he left. Well, he pretty much left the league, and he was going to be replaced anyway, but that's what happened to Unicorn. Here we go with Raikkonen, and as you can see, the rain is coming in down even more heavier, so this is going to be difficult, and Raikkonen sets an 11.6. Now Raikkonen was looking forward to this track. He was looking particularly confident. He's left it late with the rain, but we do have other people struggling. Both Mercedes are out there currently. You can see already a few people. Traction is not suiting at the moment. People are struggling. Weird to see both Mercedes out there, but this rain has caught a few people out. Button on an out lap as well. Carry on with 40. Now, there's no need for that, Rusty Ingalls. We're not going to have chat like that. There is no bias at all in this league, so I'm going to clarify and stop that for a second. As 40 gets a massive slide out of the chicane there and sets a 15.2, so this is going to be a straight fight, I think, between these four here. Both Mercedes of 40 and Vinny, Dave and Button, that are going to be battling to go through to this next session. Again, very difficult. They just got to try and set a lap. That's quicker than the other, but you can see already on board a Button how difficult it is. That the grip is just completely gone. I think Raikkonen actually might be safe in that 11.6 because dry tyres are just not what you want to be on, but DRS is not being disabled yet. Button's not using it. Well, you can still use it, but see, Dave's still in the pits. Vinny's invalidated, so you can see he just can't get the grip. Right, let's see. I think Button's just going to finish the lap, really. Right, here we go. I mean, again, DRS is still enabled, which is weird. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be slower than 40 as well, but sets a 19.2. So at this point, intermediates might be possible, actually. Right, so let's see, Vinny. Very difficult situation, very unfortunate, and there's nothing really much you can do. Right, oh yeah, you could see it's a really frustrating situation when you're just caught out like this. You can't do much else. You just got to complete the lap best you can. And I think, yeah, Vinny's almost facing the inevitable right here. What's Dave going to do? He's still in the pit. Still 5 minutes to go in this Q1 session, and it's a weird end as well. People going out, set their laps, but you can see the four here. I think Vinny and Dave are going to be heading out, unless they can beat the 19.2 from Button, who's not going quicker. You can see the spray coming up now. What's Vinny going to do? Yeah, he's back into the pits. Right. Let's see. Is it worth intermediates though? Let's see. Button's going back in. Wonder what anybody is going to do. Fordy's put on some intermediates. He's currently through on a 15.2. Right, so he is actually coming out the pits. There he goes. A little bit risky, because I think that's 15.2, as weird as that sounds, might actually be safe from the ones behind him. Maybe he's getting some early practice in. Yeah, and in fact, Vinny and Dave both put on intermediates. So this is going to be a four-way fight. 2 will go through, 2 will go out of this session. Top 15 go through to Q2. Let's see, but yeah, we're just going to have 40 at the moment. The rest are just biding their time. "20 viewers so far, so thank you very much for watching this RSF1 Tier 4 division. Our last race around Canada before we move on to France is our next track, which will be on Sunday. F2 kicking things off once again, as they always do. We've had some very good races this week. Obviously, if you're new to something that's just been added this week, Driver of the Day is now on a Twitter poll. So we do have a Twitter, obviously. If you go search RSF1 Racing on Twitter, and you'll see notifications popped up from there, the people that run it now. They put a Driver of the Day poll at the end of the race, and you vote on it. And the winner will get to hear their thoughts in the next race, basically. That's how it's going to work now. Obviously, the game will still give a Driver of the Day, and that could be one of the options, but it's up to the people running the Twitter that will put that up, and it'll be up to you who wins it, basically, given the options. That's going to be a new thing today. Well, it's been a new thing for a few days, and I'd like to thank those that are running the Twitter. I believe it's Kachow and Hush. Done a very good job so far, in my humble opinion. Right, let's see. So the 4 that are in danger, as Dave has actually clipped the wall outside of a turn 2, so that's not going to help him at all. So in this first race, first time nerves possibly, that's not going to help him. Let's see right angle boulder Vinny. This will be a preview, I guess, of Q2 onwards, because I would assume this rain is going to stick around. Yeah, I saw the damage there, Barry. Flipped it just past turn 3. Let's carry on board of him again. 49.3 into the hairpin for turn 10, I believe it is. And yeah, traction not good about the hairpin. See how Vinny's getting on. Button's on an outlap as well, as is 40. Just waiting for them to cross the line, but all of them are not used to these conditions at all. Let's See what Vinny can do. Down to the final chicane, the final 2 corners. Gonna fly through here, but he's taking it very cautiously. Let's see if he can beat... Gonna beat a 19. He's not. 20.9 puts him ahead of Dave, but he's 1.7 seconds off of Button. And again, it's that unfortunate situation. You just got to set the lap best you can. And I think Button might scrape through here unless Vinny and Dave can improve their time. Dave is a 10th down. Again, that wing's not helping him. See what Vinny's done. He's 3 tenths up in the first sector, so that's a bit of an improvement. He's still got to find another second to move through. Bearing in mind, Vinny, if you remember last week, nicked second place just at the line in Baku, so I believe he qualified relatively well in here, but half a second up through the middle sector, so if he can nail the last chicane. Oh no, he tried to get on the power eager and that's not going to help him at all. No, again, too eager. And I think he's going to be out of this session unless he can absolutely fly through this last chicane. Dave's in the pit, so Dave is done. See what Vinny... Nah, he's backed out of it. And that is such a shame for Vinny. Baldy and Button scraped through by the skin of their teeth. In the end, they made it through out of a bad situation, but Vinny and Dave will be the one eliminated from Q1 in a very dramatic session. And I mean, it's a shame in a way we're not going to see a dry time, because the dry session will be very, very close, still be quite close in the rain, but this is going to shake things up if we're going to get rain in Q2 and 3. Let's see, so there you go. 16th and 17th for Vinny and to Dave there. They'll be starting at the back of the grid, but plenty of time to move forward in the race. Definitely do not give up from that position, because anything can happen at all. Safety cars that we've seen aplenty this week. So there are your 15 through, and is it going to be wet conditions in the next time? See if Vinny would want to have a word. I'll send him an invite, see whether he wants to. It's up to him, of course. There you go. Eagle tops the session. Well, that's if we stay dry. I don't think we're going to be staying dry for the rest of this qualifying. Yes, Barry, for the moment I am commentating by myself, so I'll be alright though. Vinny, tick the box please and conclude your audio. Very unfortunate situation there. At the end of that session, just got caught out, and your teammate got caught out as well. But yeah, by the time obviously you're able to set a lap, the conditions were just far too difficult at that point, wasn't it? And that's just the thing about full qualifying, isn't it? It's just very unfortunate though. But you're not going to give up from 16th, are you?
No, definitely not. I mean, I'm disappointed, don't get me wrong. Looking at the times before now on the TTs and things, I did look fairly quick, so I'm disappointed at the most. But yeah, I was in the party with the teammate there as well, and we both kind of got caught out. He came out late, and yeah, at the end there, the softs, so I tried to get a couple of laps in on the softs. I just kept invalidating, and then when I went on inters, it just wasn't good on inters either, so it didn't feel good.
Did you know the rain was coming down? Did it say on the screen that you get that there's... I mean, it's dry now, beginning of Q2, so I'm guessing it was a bit unexpected.
It was a wee bit. Well, came up on the screen for the weather. The first, it said 15 minutes till rain, which would have been right at the end of Q1. But when I asked Jeff when I came out, and he said rain in 5 minutes, so kind of caught us out a wee bit with that.
Yeah, it's very weird. It's still overcast in Q2, but it stopped raining, so very, very weird stuff. What's your hope from now? I'm guessing obviously points is still possible, but we've had safety cars aplenty this week, so again, anything really. I guess. Just keep yourself in the race.
Yeah, I think, I mean, kind of into the season now, I had, coming off the last race, I was second, so I was hoping to bring a bit of momentum. But yeah, if I can get 10th and get into the points, then I'd be happy with that. The only thing I can hope for is that, unfortunately, there is a safety car and it brings me into the race, but we shall see.
Certainly we shall see. Well, good luck in the race. Maybe speak to you at the end. Who knows?
Will do, mate. Cheers again, pal.
You're laughing. If you end up on the podium, I'm gonna say you laughed.
Yeah,
Might happen now.
It could well happen, that's true. We never know what happens.
Anything's-
It's racing.
Anything's possible, mate. Anything's possible.
Exactly.
Good luck.
Cheers, pal.
Thanks, Vinny. And there is graded Vinny, as he mentioned, second place last time out. Wanted to keep on the momentum, but he still very much can. I mean, you heard him. He laughed when I mentioned podium. Still possible. Still very much possible. So we're into Q2 now. We've had an interesting situation. We're back to dry again, which, thank you, Codemasters. It makes so much sense. The other interesting situation here is everyone you can see on the left-hand side is on mediums, apart from Source. He's gone on to softs. So, yeah, wants to go for the strategy. It was fair enough. Raikkonen has just set a 9.9 on the medium, so decent lap from him. We'll obviously have to see all the other front runners, especially this guy, Eagle, look very quick in Q1. He's got the gearbox, so I can't ride on board of him, unfortunately, yet. So, give me a better angle, please. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Prost's teammate is invalidated on his first lap, as has Charismic. A lot of invalidations going on. Track limits are very strong around here, very easy to do, even if you don't mean to do it. So, let's see how Cooper Benz gets on. First time out, of course, remember. First race. Indy Williams. Short shifting. Through that chicane there on the medium tyres. Of course, they're going to have less grip than the softs. As Eagle sets a 10.4 in there. So Raikkonen's time looks very good on those medium tyres. Again, we'll see how it stacks up when everyone else goes through. As Benz goes into the hairpin. Now, in terms of strategy here, you're quite flexible, but the problem is that it's very easy to overtake in the race here. So you can do medium to hards, and that is kind of the safest strategy. As Cooper Benz invalidated the last corner, unfortunately, that would have been a 10.3, which would have been a quite decent lap time, but he's invalidated, so he'll be going again. And I think he cut turn 1 as well. Yes, on his next lap. So Coop struggling with that. Charismic again. It's a very fine line with it, but it is a thing. These track limits, and with the chicanes as well. It's a very fine line to go quick around here. As Duffel up 9.8 on the medium tyres. Very nice lap from there. Just a 10th ahead of Raikkonen. Beaten by Eagle and then by Leon with a 9.4 on the medium tyres. That's a very solid lap from Leon in the Ferrari there. Very nice. He definitely wants to break Ferrari's duck this evening. Although, remember, Source is meant to be in the Red Bull. But Leon there, 9.4, very solid lap. 4/10 ahead of Eagle, who is a good qualifier, as we know, this season. So, big scout from him. See how Skyline gets on. In Williams once again, remember winner last time out, is going to cross the line. It's going to be in the... Oh, it's the 10. It's a 10.2. Only 8 so far. Right in that sort of place towards the end of the top 10. Charismic again has invalidated. Is that 3 times on Charismic? I think it might be. Yeah, because he's already done 2 laps, and he's now invalidated a 3rd, so Charismic really struggling with that. Teammate Kazi is about to finish a lap. Prost has set a 10 flat as well, so it's only gone 6th. Very close in that midfield. Manzi on the softs has gone 10th. Kazi goes 7th on a 10.9. The exact same time as RS Prost. A 1:10.090. Good stuff there. 40 on a 4th lap on his mediums, which is an interesting thing. Interesting strategy. Is finishing the lap. Didn't open DRS. A bit slidey through the last chicane and sets a 10.5, not quick enough. Might have to go on softs to go through, I would think. Rebster cheering on old Manzi. Currently 12th at the moment. Benz is out on the softs. Wants to get through. The Skyline is set a 9.5, so it's got close to Leon there. So, yeah, Skyline definitely continuing the momentum on from Baku. Looking very good. Oh, now Dufferlump's got a 9.4, so the times are coming in now. So at least we have competition at the top. I was a bit worried about Leon's time, maybe. But yeah, Duffer and then Skyline getting up there, so very good stuff. This is they're pushing each other. They're very impressive times, but they are pushing each other along. Good to see. Very good to see. Duffer will want to recover after his double win and then no points in Baku. He wants to get back on the score sheet. Right, as we got 6 minutes left, I haven't yet said the championship standings coming into this, so I'll mention this now. As Ben's on a sort of like a warm lap, I guess, on the softs, didn't complete it. Prost leads the way on 82 points. Second is Monster Skyline. He's leapt up to second place in the championship now. He's on 69 points. Eagle is third on 68 with Duff on 63. So still very close at the top there. All four can leave the night championship leader. Even Kazi, who is on 56, can also lead championship leader, but he needs the four ahead to have a very bad evening to do so. Button is next on 53. Then we've got Primus on 48. Fishtix is 47, and Chrismix is on 45 points. Dips is on 38 with 40 on 34. Vinny, after his second place in back last time out, is on 25. Old Manzi's on 20 points. Raikkonen on 6, and RSF1 Source is on 2 points. In the constructors, because Alfa Romeo had a bit of a difficult Baku, they had a 6th and 10th, I believe. They caught up the Racing Point because Racing Point scored none at all. But Racing Point still lead on 170. Alfa Romeo's next on 154. They got caught a bit by Mercedes. They're on 126. Haas is on 103 with McLaren 89. Williams have jumped up the table to 84. Red Bull on 49. Renault on 20. AlphaTauri on 8. And as I said, Ferrari yet to score. Charismic has unfortunately validated on his lap, so we've got to get back to here. So those who's on mediums, so everyone on mediums who was in danger are now going on to softs because they want to get through to the next session. Question will be, can anybody that has set the lap on mediums stay in that top 10? I'd say top 3 probably might be safe on that time. Let's see. Let's run aboard the 40 actually. Let's take you through a lap of the Canadian Grand Prix circuit. Oh, you want Old Manzi? Okay, we'll do Old Manzi. Webster, that's fine. Right, it says right on board Old Manzi as he heads down into turn 1, opening up DRS 195 miles an hour as he turns down into turn 1. And then through turn 2, make sure you hold through the apex, mind the traction on the exit, and then turning into 4 and then 5. Got to carry the speed through, mind the wall on the right hand side. Flat out through turn 6 and then into 7 and 8. So 7 is a long sweeping left hand, and then turn 8 is right hand on the exit. DRS on the back straight. Down to turn 9 and 10. A very tricky chicane because you've got the shadow of the bridge and then you've got the bumps on the inside here that can throw the car. Now down into the hairpin. You've got to get your braking zone perfectly right. And into the hairpin. Can first gear it, but Old Manzy's doing the second gear approach. It's perfectly fine. And then onto this long straight now. Big chance for overtaking, but you've got a very fast, narrow corner, which has seen incidents this week when overtaking, but you've got to have so much commitment and fly through the chicane. Does do so. Old Manzy, this is a decent lap time. It's going to be in the 9s. It's a 10.1. Just goes 10th. Right on the bubble. Let's see whether that is going to be enough to go through. Solid lap there. Button goes to 4th on a 9.6 on the soft tyres. So currently Source, Raikkonen's in 8th at the moment, but he's got time to get back out the pits. Prost is in a bit of a trouble in 9th at the moment. Yeah, Duffer and Leon both safe. Both on the medium tyres. They feel they're both safe at the moment. As that's a weird way. That's a weird corner to cut Prost. Okay, fair enough. Is he backing out? Does he have enough ERS left? If he goes in the pits, that's it. Yeah, he's done. Prost is in big danger of going out of Q2. I don't think he hasn't. No, he has nowhere near enough time to get back out again. So, can any of these guys put the championship leader out of the session? Aldi's invalidated, but he's going again. Fish sticks, 7/10ths up. Down into the hairpin. Let's see what he can do on his lap again. Same as Vinny. I was on board with him in Q1. Too eager at the last corner. Big heap load of traction. Prost is down to 10th now because Kazi's gone up to 8th. Very close, very competitive. Fish sticks is done. So he'll start 13th. Old Manzy's in the pits, so he will start 11th at best. Got 40, who just coming to the end of the middle set, so keep an eye on him. You got Cooper Benz, and Cooper Benz has got 5th actually. So Benz has got up to 5th in the Williams, so that has knocked Prost out. Prost is out of Q2. Bit of a surprise, although he wasn't confident going into this. See who else is in danger. Raikkonen is now down to 10th. Eagle's 7th at the moment, but he's on a lap. Let's carry on with 40. Going to take the full chicane. He does a bit too deep in the second part. Can he go through though? A 9.9. No! Just misses out by 400. He's gone deep into turn 2, so that's his next lap gone. It's all down to Charismic. Raikkonen is on a lap. He is currently starting on mediums, so it's all down to Charismic. Whether he goes through, there's a Mercedes off. I think it's 40. Is 40 retired on track? There's a Mercedes just gone turn 3, I think, on the map there. I'm not sure, but here comes Charismic. Raikkonen is on a lap. I think Charismic's going to move himself into the top 10. He does. Goes third on a 9.4. So it's all down to Raikkonen, who has stayed on his medium tyres. It's a bold call. Can he improve? No, he can't. So Raikkonen starts 11th in the AlphaTauri. Just missed out on the top 10. And then we got 40 in 12th. Prost 13th. Old Manzy 14th. And Fistix 15th. There we go. So, did anybody get through mediums? Yeah, quite a few did. Duffer, Leon, Monster Skyline, all the top 3. Eagle also just got through by a 10th and a bit in the end. Yeah, Connor in the chat, yeah. AJ at least will be starting on fresh tyres. Can be a benefit around here if you can keep it clean on the first lap. Yeah, there we go. So both Leon and Cooper Benz in their first races will be into Q3. A very good debut for them so far. Yeah, those top 3 looking very, very strong as we move forward into Q3. Come on, Wiki Woman. Nice, Webster. But look how close that is. Duffer and Leon at the top there. Monster Sky are not far behind on those medium tyres. But they're, unfortunately, eliminated from Q2. It's Raikkonen in the AlphaTauri. 4D in the Mercedes, who has left the session. Prost in the Alfa Romeo. Manzi in the Renault. And Fistix in the Red Bull. Let me see if I can get 40 back. There he is. Who shall we speak to? Who shall we speak to? Is Raikkonen going to have a word? Because he was quite confident going into this. Only just missed out on Q3 though. So, see whether he would like a word. As we're in to Q3 with bright sunshine. What is this weather forecast? Honestly. Raikkonen, hello. P11 in the end after that. How do you feel about that?
I'm not too disappointed about it because I wanted to stick with my strategy. Going for something a little bit different today. Feel a bit racy, so I'm happy with P11. It's just behind the top 10, which most of the majority I see went through on soft, so hopefully it'll come back to me later on the race.
Yeah, that's what Conor Todd said in the chat there. You're on fresh tyres, so and you're first of those on fresh tyres. I believe it's dry anyway, from the way you're talking. Yeah, it's dry. Cool. This weather forecast in this qualifying is weird, isn't it? Because we've had intermediate Q1 and then it's dried up, and now we're blazing sunshine in Q3.
Yeah, it was kind of weird because obviously I opened the race director up, and well, not the race director, weather planner up and everything, and went to look at the weather, and it said it's going to get wetter, like wet conditions in half an hour into the session. So okay, so it's going to progress into like heavy rain. But then when Q2 started, it's like, oh, it's dry. So,
yeah, definitely weird. Definitely weird. Yeah, so I guess your strategy first lap is keep out of trouble and just let the race come to you, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Providing that there's no hectic at turn 1, turn 2, possibly turn 3 and 4 as well. But it's F1, anything can happen, just see how it goes along.
Of course. Who do you reckon is going to take pole in Q3? Who looks strong to you?
Looking at it, Duffer looks strong.
Yep.
Duffer, I'd say Eagle's going to be a contester up there as well, and possibly Monster Skyline.
Yep. Obviously, unfortunately, your teammate Dave's having his first race started 17th today. Bit of first-time nerves, I guess, but still plenty of still the race to go, isn't it? So he can still get points from there, can't he?
Yeah, exactly. It's it's his first race. It's a long race, so it could come to him as well. You never know. His race strategy, his racecraft might be better than what his quali pace is. So it's all to play. It's all open.
Yeah, he liked both Mercedes and Q1. Just unfortunately got caught out in those conditions there at the end. But yeah, good luck to you in your race, Raikkonen, and let's see who can take pole in Q3.
Yep. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Raikkonen there in the AlphaTauri, starting P11 there. Monster Skyline, the first to set a lap time in 1 minute 9.4. Obviously, we saw a few on medium set that time, so whether that will be pole, we'll see. Saucer and Primus coming through. Duffel Lump has invalidated his first lap, I think, as Eagle sets a 9.3, goes a tenth quicker than Monster Skyline. How's Leon getting on? I think he's invalidated his first run, so he's on a second. Who's going to take pole? Who does the chat reckon? Put your predictions in the chat, please, of who you reckon is going to get pole. No, we're obviously already well into Q1 now, but are we going to see an 8 is the question. Are we going to see an 8? I'll be very surprised of an 8, but I guess not too surprised, but let's have a look. There's Leon and the Ferrari looking very, very strong. Yes, Marino. 8, never mind. 8-7. from Monster Skyline. Have that. Have that and take some. Jesus. Sit up and take notice, everyone. Goodness me, can Leon respond to that? He flies through the last chicane. I think he made contact with the Wall of Champions. Is he going to get close? I think he has. An 8.5. 2/10 quicker. You answer my question. Jeez. Reb saying Monster Pole. As Monster Skyline said lap time. It's kind of cheating, but then Leon's just beat it by 2/10. So, he's still going to stick. No, you can't keep changing. You can't keep changing just because... Oh, wow, these two. Goodness me, 4/10 ahead of the rest of the field as well. Kazi goes to 6th on a 9.8. Wow, very, very impressive times from these guys pushing each other. Let's see what Cooper Benz can do. Debut race in the Williams. Goes through. Oh, very close to the wall on the right hand side. What's his turn 5 and 6? Oh, turning far too early. Yeah, definitely cut the corners there. No doubt about that. Right, let's see who's on the lap. I think everyone's going back into the pits. No, Source is going again. On a 3rd lap, okay. Fair enough. See what he does. Not going full pelt by the looks of it. Not got much ERS left either. See what he does. Kazi's on a slow lap. Primus is on an out lap at the moment. 8th. So Cooper Ben's invalidated. He's back into the pit, so he will go again if he has another set of tyres. You only get a certain amount in this session. Yeah, Source is going on a slow lap. I think he forgot to go back in the pits. Or missed the pit, and I don't know. Anyway, so Primus going again. A bit earlier for a final run. So maybe he's got another set left. So let's see. See how he navigates through this Canadian Grand Prix circuit. A very short run down the turn 1, as you can see. So the alarm bells will be ringing for everyone as we go down into turn 1 and 2. Nicely done through there, right in the limits on the inside of that first part of the chicane. And he's up on his time. If he looked pretty good. The short shift on the exit is kind of the trick on here. Yeah, hesitated a little bit, Grunt, but this chicane is very, very tricky because that orange bump can throw the car. It threw him a little bit off to the right. And he, whoa, half a second up. This is a very solid time from Primus. Can he, does first gear it, get the extra rotation in. I'm not going to say it by whoever says it. You know who says it. But down into the final chicane. You've got to get your braking point and your turn in absolutely perfect. How committed is he going to be? Fly through the chicane. A little hesitant through the final part of it, but was okay. And it's a 9.7. Goes 6th. Primus goes 6th for the moment. Monster Skyline is on a lap, but he's 3/10 down on his first sector, so he's not going again. Does he have damage? Didn't use DRS there. No, he doesn't have damage, so I think he's maybe warming the tyres up, maybe going for a second lap. Maybe that's the tactic he's using. Yeah, I agree. Good lap from Primus there. Rebs in the chat there, thank you. Button. What's Button going to do? He's slightly down first sector. I'll keep an eye on Skyline, see what he does. Obviously, he wants to respond to... Oh no, he's back in the pit, so fair enough. Yeah, people got plenty of time to go again. Nicely through the chicane and the car a little bit squirrely on the exit. 3x that though from Button. So this will get him to where Eagle is, potentially. Let's see, our Primus is done. Primus is done for the session, so that's all we had. See where he stays in 6th place. As Button into the chicane, nicely through there. Good on the exit. And it's going to be... He does go ahead of Eagle. A 9.1 goes 4th for the time being. Can Eagle respond? And in fact, Eagle's responding right now, being 2 tenths up on his own lap and goes 3rd. Goes ahead of Duffalump. The 9-point flat goes to P3. Still half a second of what Leon has set though. As Cooper bends, he's coming to the final corners right now. As is Grismick, will jump on board with Grismick. And embed it nicely through the last chicane from Benz. Can he get anywhere near the top? Is it going to be in the midfield? It's 9.6, it's ahead of Primus. So 6th place for Coops for the time being. Charismic is in the first sector. So Skyline is still in the pits. Charismic's invalidated. Just through that chicane there, very easy to do. That's how Leon's getting on. Ferrari are yet to have a pole this season. I said they've yet to have a point, but they've yet to have a pole. And Leon, again, break that duck. He is just slightly down. That time, slight lockup. He's on a wheel, you can see. You can see that smoothness of the wheel as he comes out of the hairpin. He's going a little bit lovely through that last chicane. That was committed as anything. This could be an improvement, and it is. That last chicane was absolutely perfect, and that's what done the lap. It was an 8.4. Can anybody respond to that? Eagles down. Duffalump is a couple of tenths up. Who's it's gone up? Kazi Baby has gone to 7th on a 9.3. So very close. Well, the front two, bit of a gap. Duffer putting everything into this lap. Can he improve? It's an 8. It's an 8.6. Goes second for now. And Skyline has unfortunately... Oh, he's done the... He's cut the last corner, so it's invalidated his next lap. So Monster Skyline's not going to do it. I think. Unless anybody can stop it. We've got both fast drivers. Got Charismic, who's flown through, taps the Wall of Champions on his way to the line. That's a 9.8. So he goes 10th. So I believe that is it. Leon is on pole with his debut for F4. He has taken pole position by 10th and a half in the end. Duffalump was close, but couldn't get close enough. So Leon with the pole position for Ferrari. Yeah, I was going to say Source as well. If only you were driving for Ferrari, they'll be ecstatic with this result. But obviously you're driving for Red Bull. But yeah, best grid performance for Source in P6 there. Cooper Benz in 8 as well. Can't be too disappointed about that. He wasn't looking forward to this Grand Prix at all. So on in there from Coop. So Leon and Duff on the front row. Skyline and Eagle row 2. And obviously they're very keen in trying to minimise the gap they have to Prost, who, remember, is starting 13th. So there's a big opportunity for Skyline and Eagle, and to Duffer as well. They're all very keen to recover points from last week. Button in 5th, then Source, Kazi, Coop, Primus, and then Chrismic. Let's see if we can speak to Leon. See if Leon even knows. Remember, it's his first time, so let's see if we can speak to the pole position man. It's up to him whether he joins, though, of course. But there's your top 10. See those at the front. Bit of a gap between, and obviously the midfield a bit spread out, but there we have it. Can Leon convert it even into Ferrari's first points? Can it be done? can it be done? He's starting from the best possible position, and here he is. If you can tick the box, please, Leon, so we can hear your thoughts on pole position. Debut pole position, Leon. Looking very good in that Ferrari. I don't know if you know the situation with Ferrari at the moment. Unfortunately, they haven't scored a point in Tier 4 this season. Can you change that? If you're there. Leon? You there? Hello? Ah, no mic. No mic. Okay, no worries. Well done in your pole position. I'll let you get on to the race. Hopefully have a mic soon. But yeah, well done in your pole position. I just wanted to hear your thoughts. So no worries. I'll let you get to the race, and good luck in that. No worries. No worries. No worries. Not everyone has a mic. It's all good. No problem. Yeah, if you just leave the party, and I'll let you get on with the race. Thank you. Alright. That's a shame. But no harm. No harm done. No problem at all. Just checking the Discord for a second. So... Right, so no, nothing there. So we can get back. So 21 viewers, thank you very much for watching here tonight. Hopefully we can have a good race ahead of us. Slightly overcast conditions. Apparently it was a dry race, but goodness, well. There we go. Oh, Dave. Dave, I told you to read the rules. Oh, he's readied up before the lobby host. And that, unfortunately, is going to be a penalty. Well, that's a shame. But rules are rules. Rules are there. So, got to be adhered to. But let's move forward to this race. Let's see what Tier 4 can bring to the field as they head onto their formation lap. So, like last week, if Primus does unfortunately retire in this race, he is going to join me in the comms box. If not, if I'm staying by myself, I will do a very, very quick penalty check at lap 30. Unless I have a safety car a lap before that point, and I'll do it then. It's the best thing I can do, guys, so just any engineers out there, if you want penalty checks, lap 30 is when I'm going to do it. And I'll have to do it very, very quickly. Hopefully when there's no action. But let's take us through the grid. So Dave, starting his very first race in the AlphaTauri, starts 17th on the soft tyre. Then Vinny, next in the Mercedes P16. Fishsticks, 15th in the Red Bull. 14th, Old Manzi in the Renault, cheered on by Rebster. Prost, 13th, championship leader. What can he salvage from this race? Difficult qualifying for him, but still plenty of the race to go. Let's see if he can keep his wits about him in that tightly contested midfield. Then we've got Fordy in 12th place on the Mercedes. He's on the hard tyres, interestingly. Raikkonen P11 in the AlphaTauri. Spoke to him at the end of Q2. Looking forward to this race. He's trying something different, apparently. Let's see what that will be. And then P10 for Charismic in the first of the Haas drivers. 9th place for Primus in the Racing Point. 8th for Cooper Benz in the Williams. Kazi Babe in 7th in the Haas. And then we have RSF1 Source in P6. His best qualifying to date this season. And then we have Button in the McLaren. And then the top 4, all on medium tyres, which is interesting. I have Eagle in the Alfa Romeo, Monster Skyline in the Williams, Duffelump in the Racing Point, and Leon in the Ferrari, starting a pole position for this 35 lap race. Let's hope we can have a clean first lap, first few corners. What can Tier 4 bring as we head towards the lights for the Canadian Grand Prix? 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. Lights out and away they go. Can any of the soft runners get in amongst these guys on the top? But I think Leon is going to keep the lead into turn 1. He does. He got the Williams of... oh, there was contact at the back. We've got the Williams of Skyline and the Racing Point going side by side. But Leon keeps the lead ahead of the Racing Point at Dufferlump. As... got to wait for the timing screens. There was contact at the back and a bit of damage. I think Raikkonen was involved. Let's have a look at the back there. We've got Vinny still there, looking at the back of Dave there. It's 16th, but so Leon keeps the lead. Let's go to the position change. Actually, that'll be better. Few changes as Kazi and Button going side by side here. Primer's looking at the pair of them. Looking at a double move potentially. Kazi and Button going side by side into the hairpin on the first lap. Primus trying to edge his way through. Primus getting alongside Button, who got repelled by the Haas driver, so Primus slots in behind as they go down to the chicane for the first time. Button still looking side by side with Charismic. Oh, just edges his way through. We go through the first lap. Anybody in the pits? There's a slow Mercedes. Manzi's in the pits. Prost is in the pits as well, as is Vinny on the first lap. Primus got the ERS glitch again. Let's have a look. I think he does. He keeps having it. Yellow flag is set to 1. I think Source is off. He is. He's had a connection and he's got wing damage as well. And I believe, yes, Primus does have the ERS glitch. That is so very annoying. But Leon is completely gone from Dufferlump ahead. Skyline just keeping up with Dufferlump in 3rd. They have gapped Eagle. And he's got a train of cars behind there. So decent time for Fish. It's up for Kazi and Button still can't get enough of each other. Again, side by side for the hairpin. Primus is looking to try and find a way by. And yeah, you can see he's already run out of ERS. This is the problem that Primus is getting. And he can't do a thing about it. He's looking at the back of Button and Kazi, who are still going at it. Good battling so far. Primus again, good run out of the last chicane. Can he have a look up at the inside? No, slots back into 7th place as Dave is in the pits as well. So difficult start for those at the back. They can still have to recover from there. All on the hard tyres. Source as well back in the pits. He had damage, remember, we just saw. Oh, Primus slid into that corner there. I think he just got... He's really suffering with this overtake. Got damage as well. Heavy damage on both sides of the front wing. Really frustrating. Of course, he had bad luck in Baku last time out. He's not going to be happy whatsoever. Raikkonen still in 11th. Staring at the back of this train. Which is from Button downwards here at the moment. Cooper Ben's in the middle of it as well. As Kazi is looking to overtake Eagle. Eagle's dropping off the front 3. He's already 4 seconds off the front 3. The front 3's pace are absolutely scintillated right now. As Kazi gets a decent run through the last chicane. But the exit wasn't great. As Charismic and Button still battling. I just know it's Charismic and Button. So Button's looking at another Haas driver. He can't get rid of the Haas drivers. Primus is in the pits. A frustrating race already for Primus in that Racing Point. Cannot get the luck, as I said. Actually, Raikkonen is at the back of a 40 train at the moment. And it's a little 40 train. 40 on those hard tyres. Trying to work a strategy here. With fish sticks behind. And Raikkonen as Eagle and Kazi. Kazi has worked his way past Eagle. Leon is gone. 4 seconds up the road. Absolutely flying. So, but Kazi, meantime, on those softs, has to make progress, and he has done past Eagle. He's done that well. Raikkonen, can he get a good run out the hairpin on Fish Sticks? Fish Sticks going to have DRS on the back of 4D. They're going to have to clear this Mercedes because, let's have a look. Fish Sticks not close enough, I don't think. Raikkonen nearly got caught out by the braking of Fish Sticks. Fish Sticks broke early as Charismic is just battling past Eagle. Eagle's got damage. Eagle's got damage on his front right end plate. I think he might hit the Wall of Champions. So Eagle's now struggling. Might need to change his strategy because that damage is going to hurt him with the understeer. And he's staying a long time on those medium tyres. So Button will be keen to move past him. So Eagle, after a difficult race in Baku, damage already, but it's only lap 5. Still a long way to go. And Leon is... I mean, Leon's gone. Leon's completely gone. I don't think Duffer can keep up with him as my interval has just given up. It'll flat set to 2. Oh, Fish Sticks is round. Reset the track, although I think. Although I'm not sure. I can only guess at that. That looked a bit sudden. But Fish Sticks has got damage, I think, on his right. No, he's not got damage. This must have had a spin somewhere. It was close to Raikkonen. Right, so battle once again. Button and Eagle. Eagle decides not to pit. So he's staying out there, sticking with his strategy. Still a long way to go in this race. Safety car at any point can happen, especially with the proximity of these cars. Very close. Raikkonen's now up the back of 40. Penalties as well. Penalties as well is going to be a thing, as I think Kazi got one just now. Button, I see Eagle struggling now with this pace that he's got, this damage that he's got. Oh, big slide. Oh, Cooper Ben's behind, well, I don't think it's going to be close enough. A couple battles at the moment. Leon is almost 5 seconds ahead of Duffer, who's got Skyline for company. And that's the thing about Duffer. I think on one sense maybe he can't keep up with Leon, or the other sense he's keeping an eye on Skyline, really. As Button, too quick through the last chicane over the curb. I think he's getting maybe a little bit frustrated about Eagle, but Eagle's running his own race, trying to keep to his strategy despite this damage he has, as Raikkonen has flown past 40. He's done what he needs to do. He's now got 5 seconds to catch the train in front. He needed to clear that Mercedes, and he's done so. So he should be able to pull away from that. We've got this little train. Then got the 2 Haas drivers, who are doing a little bit of a swap round, I think. Yeah, Charismic has been let through from Kazi there, so Charismic is up to 4th place. Both on the soft tyres, both need to start chasing down the top 3, who are 8 seconds up the road. Again, starting to spread out apart from this midfield. This midfield is still very much active at the moment. Raikkonen is starting to catch up to this train. It's getting his race on as Kazi and Button are both in. That's the end of the soft tyres. They do last about 6-7 laps. Race leaders' lap times. Okay, so fastest lap at the moment, well, 12.1 from Leon. The only one close is Skyline on 12.9, but he's battling at the moment. So Button and Kazi both onto medium tyres. So another stop they will need to make. Button's going to come out in relatively good clean air. Kazi, though, side by side of Ormanzi. Ormanzi gets a bit of a slide out of that corner there. They're both going to be side by side through the corner. This is going to be difficult. Oh, nicely done between the pair of them, giving each other space. And Kazi just managed to get past Ormanzi. That was crucial for Kazi. Needs to keep up with Button. So, what's the battle now? We've got Skyline just under a second behind Duffy, just keeping up with him. Again, Leon is 7 seconds up the road, to be honest. Completely gone. As the other two on the softs, Charismic and Cooper Benz, are now both in the pits. What are they gonna go on to? Hard tyres, they won't need a pit again, but I think they're both going to mediums. There they are. Simple enough. And a bit of a lag. I thought Charismic's been jumped. But where is Button in relation to this? There is Button. And you can see Charismic's just got ahead of Button. Benz just gets out ahead of Kazi Babes. So I think, yeah, Cooper Benz has just undercut the Haas driver Kazi. Yeah, I know the pace of Leon is a little bit interesting, shall we say, but it is only one race, and obviously we have people that will make that decision, so nothing to worry about. But Kazi now will be keen to get... Oh, got caught out by Benz's braking, I guess, into that chicane. Had to run over the curb. Fortunately for me, we are a little bit spread out. This is the only battle to begin with. Right, so Button must be sick and tired of fighting a Haas driver at the moment. He's been battling them all race. We're on lap 10 of this race now. Highest of those that stopped is Charismic. They both need a pit again, so Raikkonen is catching Eagle. Leon's got an 8-second lead. Leon's got an 8-second lead up on the top. He's in cruise control at the moment, but still a long way to go. That advantage he has can change. And he got Monster Skyline. He's dropped a little bit off at Duffelum's, now 2 seconds behind, but he's safely in third place. Ahead of Eagle. Eagle is 13 seconds off the front three. But of course, remember, he's got that damage. So there's that, and then you got Raikkonen going up to 5th, already on those hard tyres, and then Fish Sticks, and then you got Charisma, the first that stopped, in 8th, Button 9th, Cooper Benz in 10th, just holding back Kazi, which we're on board now. Old Mandy in 12th, Prost is still up the points in 13th, but he does need a pit again, so that may come into play. Same with Vinny in 14th, Primus 15th, Saul 16th, and Dave in 17th. So all 17 still running as Cooper Benz run very deep in the last chicane. This is the chance for Kazi Babe. As Cooper Benz, whoa, bit of contact from Kazi, moving across and bumping tyres. Bit rough, but made the move. Fair enough. Kazi's through into 10th place. I don't think Cooper Benz will give up that position without too much of a fight. See if he can keep up with him. Fish Sticks, though, is now on the back of 40. He's gone to AI mode right in front of him. I don't know what 40 is doing. Yeah, that's dropped him off a big amount of pace here. Can Fish Sticks capitalise? That was quite dangerous there. And now you've got Charismic and the battling Button behind these two. So now we have a train of cars. Now we have some action. And Fish is going to run. Look at the speed he's got in the Red Bull. Oh, 40's got damage. 40's got damage. That's why he's gone off the pace a little bit, and he is into the pits. So an early stop for 40. Had to change his strategy. Now Fish Sticks is now going to have Charismic and Button behind him. That's unfortunate for 40, so both Mercedes struggling in this race at the moment. 40 onto medium tyres, he's going to have to pit again. I don't think those will last. That's behind Fish Sticks, as you can see. Sorry about that static I'm getting. As Charismic's got to move up on the inside with DRS and overtake on the inside of Fish Sticks. Not going to move. Does contact a little bit. Charismic just manages to keep it together. Got a little bit of a slide. On board with Button, looking at the pair of them. Button's kind of wondering where to put his car. It's Charismatic looking at it as Skyline from third pits. Button did not get a good run out of the hairpin. Kazi Babe's now on the back of him. As Charismac's flown past Fish Sticks down the straight. But Button's going to be under pressure from Kazi. Kazi going to get a good run at the last chicane. Not really. Might be close enough though. For a lunge. Button's got DRS as well. No, thinks better of it. Gives him a love tap instead. Fair enough. As Cooper Benz is still keeping up with these guys as well. Got a penalty though. And that's the gap that the top three have. Skyline has pitted. Has come out fourth. Not in clean air though. He's a second behind Eagle there. I'll keep an eye on that. But this battle's still going on in this midfield. As Skyline now, fresh tyres behind Eagle, who is on 12 lap of mediums and that damage, remember. He is being caught by Raikkonen. There's Raikkonen. Going about his strategy and his business as... what's happened to Eagle? Oh, they're side by side. Sorry, I was looking back and it was like, where's the Alfa Romeo? There he is. And Skyline breezes past Eagle, who dives into the pits. Dives into the pits. That's what I meant to say, dives. So Eagle's in, Duffer's in as well. Is Skyline's going to jump Duffer? I think. Camera, I missed him. Yeah, he has. Skyline has jumped Duffer them in the pits. An undercut from Skyline despite being held up by Eagle. Maybe that DRS actually helped him. So Skyline has jumped Duffalump there. And has got it into a net second place. So the battle between them keeps going on. As Eagles come out 11th, just ahead of Vinny, behind his teammate Prost. That could be interesting between them two, as Cooper Benz is still on the back of Kazi. He's not letting Kazi go. The leader now pits. So Leon is in the pits. Probably stick with the same strategy, medium, soft. Yep, mediums as well as the other two. Easily retain his lead. Up the top, we'll see the gap that he will have when he comes out of the pits. He's got all the time in the world, to be honest. Cooper Benz overtake, got loads of overtake. Gonna go for it. Oh, he's got a lot of straight line speed in that Williams. As he goes straight by Kazibabe, so into 7th place. Debuton, showing good racecraft. Here's Cooper Benz, but Kazi's thinking none of it. Can he retaliate into turn 1? He can. Going for the big lunge. Can he get it stopped? Oh, just about. Oh, these two are on a battle. They're losing ground, but there we go. Nice dive bomb, lunge, whatever you called it, from Kazi. Gets the position back, so back into 6th for him. Good battle going on. Raikkonen's pitted and come up behind Old Manzi, so he's ahead of Prost, which is crucial, because Prost is on a long stint in those hard tyres. So what can Raikkonen do to get past Old Manzi? Leon has a 10-second lead up front as Old Manzi gets a bit of a wiggle out of that chicane, and Raikkonen is going to go straight by into 8th place now for Raikkonen. So let's see if he can catch the gap up to this battle still of Kazi by Cooper Benz. Cooper Benz has got back past Kazi, so these two swapping positions. As Duffalump sets the fastest lap of the race, a 12.1, which does actually match, well, beats his fastest lap by 4 thousandths. Lap 16, just under halfway, and all 17, as David O'Face has mentioned in the chat, are still running. No safety car yet. There is a lot of penalties though. I'm noticing Source's name keeps coming up. Needs to rein it in a bit. In 16th at the moment. There's a battle. Fish Sticks, Primus. You've got the two Alphas close to one another here. What's Prost going to do? Because Eagle's on a different strategy here. Faster tyres. Is Prost going to let him through? But Prost at the moment is in a battle with Old Manzi here for 9th place. Old Manzi sticking the defence middle of the road. Middle of the road defence. That's 11-7 from Leon. Never mind. Takes fast slap back. And Prost looking to manoeuvre his way. He's got Eagle behind. Eagle's got to be careful here. Don't want to get caught up by the braking and get himself damage. Again, because you don't want that damage again. Prost flips the grass. He's not letting his teammate through. Has to be said, because he's focusing on this battle for Manzi. Can he get on the inside with DRS? I'm sure he can. Yes, he can. Oh, Manzi's in anyway. Oh, and he's sped them in the pit lane. There's old Manzi. As behind, Primus has got a run on Vinny for the inside into turn 1. Oh, slight contact. Vinny on very worn hard tyres against Primus, who's on relatively worn mediums actually. Hello to everyone in the chat. Brett, David Old Face, Run, everyone watching. Good race so far, must be said. Got to get back up to the front. Again, Leon is checked out, to be honest. But Duffalump on the inside of Skyline using the DRS and overtake takes back that second place. And I don't think Skyline has got a good run out of the last chicane, so can't get back. Is there a camera option where you can see the whole car? You mean when driving, Brett, or spectate? There is a camera option when you're driving, as Eagle has got past Prost. Whether that was choreographed or whether the fact that... oh, what is going on behind? Look at this. Fisher's got past Primus. Yeah, I didn't see in the chat. Trying to keep on board with everything, as Primus and Fisher's going side by side for turn 1. So Fisher's got by Primus. Primus in the middle of a Mercedes battle at the moment. Yeah, Brett, J-Scam. That's what it is. So this is just outside the points, this battle here. Vinny on the same strategy as Prost, bitted very early for those hard tyres. As Fordy's got a good run on Primus. Primus is really struggling with something. I think he's managed to turn off ERS, but he's just way out killed with strategy. Hit the bump as well. So the bad luck continues for Primus. Hope it ends very soon. As Kazi is again on Cooper Benz. Cooper Benz defending his position. Good battle between this. See, Leon again is gone. You got a little battle between Duffalump and Skyline for second. Big gap then to these guys here. Chris Smith, Button, Cooper Benz and Kazi. Raikkonen all by himself. He's an 8th at the moment. Doing his strategy, which is all good. As we have a virtual safety car. What's that for? Primus is in the pits again for hard tyres. Just trying to get to the end now. Virtual safety car, that's a weird one. Don't really see a spin or anything. Okay, fair enough. So where's the battle? See, Leon is 14 seconds up the road off of Duffer. The Skyline in 3rd. Chris Mick in 4th. This battle still goes on. Yeah, who's that? That's Dave. That's a lap down Dave. Getting out of the way. Good stuff from Dave. And a tough first time out. Yellow flags from set to 2. And there's a Ferrari going slowly. I think it's Source getting out of the way of the leaders. Or the leader, sorry. These two still going on. Source again. I'm sure Source is near disqualification. He's come up at least 5 or 6 times. Maybe more. Again, I will check track limits around about lap 29, lap 30. Vinny put fish sticks into the wall of champs. Oh, they're both in the pits, actually. Oh, whoa, yes. Thank you for catching that, David O'Face. Sorry I didn't catch it on the stream, but both are in the pits, and fish sticks had no front wing at all. But something did go on there. That's a shame to see. Back up to this battle here. Yeah, really, Cooper Benz and Kazi is actually now, because of Fishsticks and Vinny pitting, these two are the only battle. Let's see what Kazi Bay can do. Can he get a good exit out of the last chicane? Cooper Benz a little bit of a slide. This is a chance for Kazi. Is he going to go for the launch? Not using overtake, but using DRS. Up on the inside. And takes the position back. Cooper Benz trying to go around for a really long way. Round turn 2 there. Not going to work out, but he is not giving up on this 6th place. There's a good battle between these two. Time penalty for Coops. There's quite a bit of penalties, it must be said. Let's hope it doesn't affect the racing or the positions too much. We never want it to be decided by penalties, but it is what it is. Let's see. Button again. I'd love to speak to Button about Canada, about the battles he's had with the Haas drivers, because they've been relentless. As Cooper Benz, now can he do what Kazi did to him on the last lap? These two have been swapping lap after lap. Didn't get a good exit at the last corner though. So it's not going to be this lap. We're on lap 22 now. 13 laps to go. Still no safety car. I've had a virtual. There's still no safety car. Meanwhile, in terms of the championship, the way that's looking at the moment, Prost has managed to get into 10th. He's on 20 lap old hards though. And the question for me, because Vinny has pitted out of that situation, can Prost hang on to those tyres and hang on to one solitary point for tonight? Eagle in 9th as well, so both Alphas having a very difficult week like last week. And Racing Point, who remember are leading the championship, currently got Duffer in 2nd, so Racing Point will extend the lead in the constructors. In terms of the drivers, I think Prost would actually lose his lead if it stays as it is, but we've still got plenty of this race to go. And again, Cooper Benz got a good run on the straight, not close enough. Can he get a good exit? It's going to be all about the exit. No, again, Kazi nearly hit the wall as Button is in for his stop onto, I presume, oh no, another set of mediums. Yeah, because he went a soft medium, I believe. Is the leader behind Primus? He can't look back. Yes, he is. Oh no, that's Source. Sorry. The leader is... oh, it's already gone. I missed that. Yeah, so Leon has lapped past Primus in 13th there. Thank you from Shane. As Vinny and Source have gone side by side there. I missed that. Vinny cut the corner though to overtake Source. So Source is maybe going to have a look back. No, yeah, there's Leon. He's ahead of Primus there. And there is Duffer, who is just starting the lap. And Duffer's actually gapped Skyline now, so both are kind of in a race on their own at the moment. So these guys on mediums now, they will have to pit again. And in fact, Charismic is in for the pits. And Cooper Benz is going for an undercut on Kazi. Kazi obviously couldn't pit. Yellow flag's reset to 2. I think there's a Ferrari there. It must be... yeah, it is Source. Another set of mediums for Cooper Benz and Charismic. Of course, Kazi couldn't pit because his teammate was pitting. Yellow flags going on. It's just the Ferrari of Source letting through the drivers that he's a lap down. Charismic has come up behind Prost. Has cleared the grass though. So Charismic's come out behind Prost again. Can Prost keep onto these tyres? I think if he's able to keep onto the hard tyres, they've got to go another 10 laps though. That'll be 32 laps. Surely, Charismic, this will be a matter of time for Chrismet to get through past Prost. That's Kazi going to pits. I'll be alright. Thank you, but I think I'll be alright now. Thank you for jumping in. And there goes Chris Mick down the straight through past Prost. Prost trying to retaliate though. Only though on 22 lap old tyres. He's not giving up though. Into turn 1, but no. Chris Mick's got the grip round the outside. Cooper Benz would want to follow him through. If he does so, Button has caught up to the back of Eagle. Remember, Button's pitted. Eagle probably will need to pit soon. You can see the grip that Prost has got, not much. As not just yet. Kazi stayed out another lap. Camo are going to do penalties on lap 29, so a couple more laps. I'll do it then. Surely, so this is the time for Cooper Benz overtake, and DRS is the grip that he got out that last corner. Prost is just hanging on for something. He's back in the 10th place. He's pitting actually, so Prost is in the pits, going for soft tyres, I think. See what he can salvage from here. Yeah, soft tyres. Yeah, short answer, camera is a lot. It's a lot of time penalties, but I'll check him in a couple of laps. And there's a quiet moment. In fact, there might be a quiet moment in a second. Might be a quiet moment now, actually. So Prost has stayed in 10th, so that will probably consolidate his 10th place in those soft tyres. Has he been lapped? Is that the Ferrari of Leon? Blimey, it is. Prost is a lap down, so Leon is lapped all up to 10th place. Do we have a quiet moment? I think we do. Only battle is Vinny on Primus. Kazi and Raikkonen in the pit lane. Trying to sort of time it so I don't have any action really on the stream that I miss. Kind of difficult. Right, few in the pits. Raikkonen, Kazi, Eagle in, all for soft tyres, so they're going to be flying at the end of it. And that's going to be the question, because they're going to come out behind Cooper Benz and Charisma, but they'll be flying up to the back of them on soft tyres. And Source has DNF'd from the race. He has retired in the pits. That's a shame to see. But this is the question now. Can Raikkonen and this train of soft tyres catch up to Cooper Benz and those that are on mediums? As Dufflump is now in the pits for soft tyres. Yeah, so the leaders are going to pit, I would assume. We got Kazi up behind Raikkonen now, so Raikkonen's done very well in this race. Up a solid 4 places, just done his own race, stayed out of trouble. What I kind of expect from Raikkonen really, he knows his way around the racing. I expect Skyline to possibly be in the pits on this lap. Cover off Duffer. We got Cooper Benz. So Raikkonen's just under 7 seconds behind. Right, so I'm going to do a very quick penalty check. Yeah, I'm going to do a very quick penalty check. So I'll do this now because it's going to be very quickly. So Leon has nothing, he's got 1 warning. Skyline has no penalties. Duffalump has 1 penalty, so that could be crucial in the battle between them two. 1, 2 penalties for Button. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Charismic. Cooper Benz has 1, 2, 3, 4. Raikkonen is got 1 penalty, so if he can get close to Cooper Benz, that'd be good. Oh, jeez, Kazi. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus he had a 5 seconds, but he's already served that. Raikkonen has been passed. And sorry, I'm missing all this. Eagle has 1, and Prost has just received a penalty. So there we go. Hope you caught all that, guys. Engineers in the chat, I know you're there. So, just thinking, I like staying along that. Skyline has not pitted to cover off. Oh, now he is. Now he is. So Skyline currently has less penalties than Duffalump. 3 seconds, in fact. So in that battle, as long as Skyline can keep within 3 seconds, he'll have second place. So I did miss Kazi getting past Raikkonen, so Kazi is now 4 seconds behind Coops in this battle for 5th now. Cooper Benz up behind Charismic. Monster Skyline has come out 4 seconds to Duffalump, so he didn't cover him off, and he's now won't be in that second place. He's got to get that down to under 3 seconds. Cooper Benz in the meantime and Charismic. This battle going on, is this going to allow, can't see him yet, is this going to allow Kazi, who then has Raikkonen, Eagle and then Prost, is this going to allow Kazi to fly it back behind? Potentially. Oh, big slide for Coops though. Couldn't get the run on Charismic. So it's not going to be now. Can we see Kazi? Yeah, we could just about see him. He is catching sector by sector. There he is. Raikkonen's not far behind. Yeah, apparently Dave is not in his car, so no, not the best first race for Dave, but he will be back next week, I am sure. As you can just see the Haas of Kazi and then the AlphaTauri of Raikkonen behind this battle, which is the closest on track. This is for 5th place. Button in a very solid 4th at the moment by himself. And has done a solid drive. On the day would be difficult. Although probably Charismic will be one of the obvious choices. If not for Leon, he has been absolutely untouchable up top. Up at the front, Leon. Let's see. Yeah, this is really the only battle at the moment. In terms of penalties, I think that both of them are equal at the moment. In terms of penalties, I think maybe Cooper Benz has 1 less than Charismic. I will quickly check to remind myself, but here we go. Skyline is slowly catching the gap. The Duffer is 3.7. I'm going to keep on this battle. But if Skyline gets it underneath 3 seconds, but here's Cooper Benz. He's got to run on Charismic now. He's gradually been working at this, and oh, they got so close. They got so close to rubbing tyres, and Cooper Benz sweeps by Charismic into 5th place as Leon gets a time penalty. That's the first clip I've seen, first notch I've seen actually on him. Well, good pass on Cooper Benz into 5th place, past Charismic, who will very soon have his teammate Kazi Babe up behind, and Kazi's been absolutely flying. There he is. It's already up then, and you've got Raikkonen just behind as well, with 2.9. Raikkonen will be happy with a solid race so far, up 3 places. Vinny up 5, up to 11th. Surely, oh, Charismic, another penalty, and behind him is teammate Kazi, nearly lost it on the chicane. Surely, I'd think Charismic would maybe let Kazi go through. We saw teamwork. We saw teamwork between them earlier. Are they going to do the same thing? Because Benz is gone up the road. Lap 33. As Charisma, oh, a slight tap on the wall of champions. Is he going to let Kazi through? Oh, that was, oh, goodness me. Oh, big miscommunication. That could have ended in tears. Oh, good teamwork earlier. That just about worked out. I don't think they're in the same party, I think. Oh, that could have ended so horribly. It works. It worked though, so Kazi's now off to catch Cooper Benz. See if he can get 5th place. We're now on lap 34. As Leon has got a lap and a half to go to complete an absolute domination of this race. 18 seconds up the road. He's been not challenged at all. Well, Ferrari going to score their first points. That's for sure. Unless he bins it. Unless he bins it in this lap and a half. Skyline DRS please, and ERS. 40%. Here you go. Don't know why you want to know that. In fact, he's getting very close actually. The Duffalump. What's happened to Duffalump? Duffalump's lost all sorts of pace on this lap. Maybe he made a mistake. This is past the Alpha Tauri. Of Dave. Yeah, Dave's not in his car. Oh, AI car. That AI car had a big slide. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe Duffalump. That was very unfortunate for Duffer. That puts Skyline now in a contentious position. I've got to get bond of Raikkonen because Raikkonen is caught up to the back of Charismic on the soft tyres. Can Raikkonen get one more spot? Duffer disconnected. I didn't see that come up on the screen. That is very unfortunate for Duffer. Getting back in. I can't even. Hang on. That did not come up on my screen. The notifications are just not there. And there he is. I sent an invite back, but this is very cruel. Skyline pushing the AI car. This is very cruel. He should hold on to the podium. He's back in. He managed to get back in, and this is going to be side by side between the pair of them. And Skyline's moved by. I don't think Duffalump's back in his car yet. My intervals are gone again. And I think Raikkonen has got past Charismic. Sorry, I missed that. Leon has won. Leon has won the Canadian Grand Prix. The Ferraris are off the mark in the best style. Dominating performance from Leon there in the Ferrari. He wins the race. Skyline is going to unfortunately... Well, fortunately, I guess for me and Williams, he's not going to be happy to take that. Is he slowing down? He's slowing down. He's slowing down, I think. He's allowing Dufalump to take second, although I think he would have got him on penalties. He slowed down to allow Dufalump to take it on track, but Skyline gets second, Dufalump third. Really cruel, unfortunate there. Button's going to take home fourth, I think. He was only just ahead of Cooper Benz. Cooper Benz gets fifth with Kazi in sixth. Raikkonen, is he going to get seventh? No, Raikkonen jumps to fifth. Raikkonen, obviously he had less penalties than the guys in front. He takes fifth, ahead of Cooper Benz. Eagle seventh, Prost eighth. Both Haas drivers have dropped massively. Massively with penalties. They're 9th and 10th. And Vinny is going to be the last one on the lead lap. Raikkonen driver of the day. Well, the game has given driver of the day. Remember to vote on the Twitter after this race for driver of the day. An intriguing race, maybe not the most action-packed race, but it had its battling. It had its good battling with the two Haas drivers, Button in there, Cooper Benz on his first race. One thing, obviously, from a Williams point of view, obviously I drive for Williams, slight biased, but I think Cooper Benz has settled himself in very, very nicely. The racecraft, I think, in my view, was very good, but this guy here, Leon, has kicked Ferrari off the mark. Obviously, there might be debate on the fact whether he stays in F4, but I'm not the person to judge that, and don't take my word for it. It's just the word hanging out. His pace is, well, he dominated that race pretty much. Wasn't troubled really at all. And obviously you had that thing with Duffelump. Really feel sorry for Duffelump there, but Skyline had no penalties. Maybe you would have got him anyway. But there is your result. Leon in the Ferrari, 25 points. Off the mark there. Monster Skyline second in the Williams, third for Duffelump in the Racing Point. Button in P4 with Raikkonen in 5th for AlphaTauri. Very good result from him. Kept out of trouble. Cooper Benz in his first race in P6. Igor 7th in the Alfa Romeo. Another difficult weekend for Alphas with Prost in 8th. Kazi in 9th place with Charismic in 10th. They both have 18 seconds worth of penalties. That's why they dropped. And then you've got Vinny, Primus, Old Man Z, 40, Fishsticks, Dave, and RSF1 Source in the last of the finishers. Now, I know Leon doesn't have a mic, so that's... unfortunately, we won't be able to hear his thoughts, but we'll still have third and second in here. We'll have a word with them. The thoughts at the end of that race. I tick the box if you haven't already. You've been here before, you both have, so...
You do it on your
perfectly,
own
again,
You do this race on your own again.
all of it.
Kudos to you.
Although, no...
Kudos.
Element joined in and asked with like 10 laps to go whether I needed help, and I was like, I'm okay. I mean, with 10 laps left, it's fine. Anyway, it's what it is. Right. So, third and second for you two, obviously. Congratulations to Leon on that race when he doesn't have a mic, so I don't think it's any use inviting him, but I'm sure he's very, very happy, especially to get Ferrari off the mark. Finally, taking them 8 races. Although, to be honest, they've had bad luck. So we'll get to third place first. Duffelump. Now, obviously, commiserations, because I believe you disconnected with 2 laps to go.
Yeah, coming up to the last lap.
Yeah, I didn't have any notifications on my screen, and they haven't been for a while, for the last 3 weeks, for everyone streaming, so otherwise I would have invited you back. I did once I realised.
It's alright, that's fine. I had a Primus that invited me, so it wasn't too bad.
Okay. But relatively quietish race. I mean, you were battling with Skyline in the last stint, I think it was. You two, once you realised that Leon was, well, gone, obviously you're battling between you two, and obviously I think maybe you're thinking on championship positioning here, because obviously Prost, who was ahead of you, and Eagle both had difficult races, so you've gained quite a bit on them actually, and in the constructors, so you should be relatively happy with that, but still a little bit gutted on second, but still a good podium.
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, it was a bit annoying. That happened in Baku as well last week. I actually got disconnected on the last lap, so it's weird. It's happened twice now, but that didn't really matter because I was in like 11th anyway. But yeah, when you're in second and you're trying to, I think the gap was 3.6. I knew he didn't have a penalty, so I was just trying to keep it as it was, and I don't know if it would have been alright or not. I had a lot of ERS, but yeah. These things happen, so, but it was nice to get the position back, mate. Thanks for that. Even though I didn't actually keep it.
No. Yeah, definite. Kudos to Skyline for that. Let me think on the points wise for you. So you were on 63, so you are now
Yeah,
on to 78 points now.
Yeah.
I
And
believe you'd be
Skyline
8
was-
behind Prost.
Yeah, Skyline was.
No,
I
it's-
think Skyline was 5 in front of me coming into this, so it would.
Yes. Yeah.
It would only been 2. Mate, it's so close. It's just like his pace. It's like 1 minute I think, yeah, I'm pulling away now, and then the next minute he's like taking a second off me in 1 lap.
It's definitely closing up. That's becoming very interesting. But yeah, relatively quiet race, I guess, apart from battling with Skyline in the end. Leon just seemed too quick, didn't he?
Yeah, if Skyline went there, it would have been really boring. I mean, I don't know what happened to the other guys, but we seem to be leaving them quite quickly, and they're not usually that far behind, so I don't really know what happened there. But yeah,
Midfield was a bit.
Yeah, Skyline still kept me on my toes. Definitely gave me something to think about, and he obviously jumped me on the first pit stop as well. Yeah, I tend to be better on the mediums on this track than I do soft, but it was still good. I'm not too disheartened about it. I'd be more annoyed if I wasn't about to have about 2 weeks off. I'd be more annoyed, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna drop a lot. So
yeah, when is that break that you have? Because you said 2 weeks.
well, mate, my missus is due on Saturday, so 2 days, so it could be any time.
Oh, geez, yeah. Wow.
It depends. Like, it might not be a break at all. It depends. Completely depends.
Obviously, life goes before this, so obviously,
Yeah.
all the best with that, and hope to see you soon when you come back. But obviously, back when you're ready and everything is all settled. But for France, you'll be here next week, France?
I doubt it.
You don't know. You don't know.
I doubt it. I can't say I can't see her being that late on a second kid, but it's annoying because France is one of my nice ones. I like France.
Oh.
So I
So
just
when
glad
you're
I
back,
got to race tonight.
Yeah, when you're back, again, hope to see you back soon. But obviously, when everything's settled and all that, so yeah, it'll be good to see you. Good to see you back. Yeah, but we're done. We're done on your P3 anyway.
Thank you.
Alright. So there, Monster Skyline P2 in the end. Obviously, again, kudos to you for attempting to let Adolfo lump through in the end. I saw the effort. I think everyone in the chat as well saw the effort, but obviously you didn't have penalties, which was an achievement around here, gotta say. But yeah, second place. You won last time out. So momentum has definitely carried you on, and I believe, let me, if my maths are correct, Prost got 8th, didn't he? So that's 4 points. 86. You will lead the championship by a single point with this result, I believe. Yeah, you'll be on 87. Prost will be on 86 after this race, and obviously Duffer will be third. So yeah, very good start to the championship, I've got to be said. And as I drive for Williams, being neutral, but still, I'm very, very happy. But yeah, talk us through your race.
To be honest, that qualifying lap, I just want to start with that. I have no idea where that came from. I've not hit that this entire time I've practiced, so qualifying maybe was a little bit of a fluke, but I knew that the two ahead of me probably could do that lap solidly, so I went into that going, you know what, if I get P3 out of this, solid job. Like, I knew the guy that was top was probably a bit, maybe, I know it's only one race and you can't judge, but maybe a bit too quick for this division, maybe, I don't know, but one race, can't judge too early. But I knew Duffer was just going to walk it over me, and I was just like, you know what, if I could just get P3, I'd be happy. We did the first stops, and as you said, I got the undercut, managed to take Duffer, and I was like, right, I want to defend, but not aggressively defend. I just want to mainly defend it on the straights and to see how the corners went, and I knew he had so much more momentum moving me in the corners because I was being more cautious, because over the first 2 or 3 laps I got both my warnings, and I was like, right, I can't do any more. So I decided to take it carefully for the rest of the race, and defend, but not defend too much, I guess.
Yeah. Obviously,
Like
what I said to... Yeah, like what I said to the duffer, Leon was just too quick in this race, wasn't he? He was completely untouchable.
Over the first stint, I think he was gaining like 1 second every lap over Duffer.
Easily.
And it was just like... It was a bit... I had a bit of a feeling, you know, when you see someone that's so much quicker than you in the same turn, it's just like, you have that feeling where it's just like, why do I bother? You know, that kind of feeling. It felt like that for a lot of that race.
Yeah.
But I wanted to try and
all
keep
I would
Duffer
say...
at bay.
Yeah, obviously, all I would say on that, because obviously there's things in the chat being said as well, and everybody's still here listening to it. Obviously, the people up at the top will decide what's best to do. So I'm sure it's definitely being looked at.
I mean, it's only one
definitely.
race anyway. What if this is his favourite track? You know, what if it is his favourite track and he's just...
It's
done
my
that?
favourite track. Nah, it's being looked at, but I can't say anymore.
It's my favourite track, and he matched me. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, yes, it's being looked at, so it's not nothing to worry about.
I mean, I'm not too worried anyway. I see it as
And-
competition at the same time, so... Push
And
me.
Ferrari are off the mark now. They have points.
Finally.
There's one positive.
Anyway, Skyline, France, next time out. Completely different track to Canada. Because obviously Canada is the close walls and everything else and so on and so forth. This barely has any walls at all. There's a lot of lines everywhere, a lot of space. So very different. What are your thoughts are heading into France?
See, what I'm going to say is probably going to encourage Duffer to try and race. France is probably in my top 3 hated tracks.
Oh,
Well, it's up to the missus, mate.
Prost-
At the end of the day,
Prost will
we all
like
know
that.
it's down to the missus.
Prost will like that, and Eagle as well, because they'll want to recover. They'll be eager to recover at all after 2 difficult weeks. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
remember you
I hope
said
that
you don't like the last sector still. I'm guessing.
It's not the last sector anymore. It's actually the first sector going on. Well, just before the straight. I don't like that double right into the left. I can't stand it.
It's a meh one for me personally. It's a meh one for racing and for watching.
I
So-
hate it. I don't like the track. I just seem to be good at it. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure it'll be a good race anyway. F4 would prove me wrong. F4 would prove me wrong. Again, Leon doesn't have a mic, so I was going to invite him, but as he doesn't have one, it's pointless. But I'm sure he is very much ecstatic with winning F4. Again, whether he stays there, it's not my call. I have opinions on it, but I don't have the call on it. So it's up to the powers that be. That will sort that out. So we shall see what happens with that. But still, interesting race in terms of the championship. All gets closed up at the top for F4. And as I said, next week they'll be at France, and that's where we'll be at for the entire week for the French Grand Prix. Can RSF1 change my mind? Can we have good races around France? We'll see. We shall see. Yeah, it all kicks off on Sunday for the French Grand Prix of F2. As always, they'll start kicking things off. Can I win on track again and keep it this time? No, I hate France, so probably not. Let's see. Let's see who can take the win on Sunday. 8 o'clock, as usual. Primus and RSF1 not RSF1 Vettel, the other one, Vettel SF71H, will be taking the commentary through that. In the meantime, on Saturday, if you want to watch something different, I will post in the Discord if you want to watch it. Myself, Blazer Guns, who else are we talking about? Notch, Danger Stan, Zombie Head are taking part in a Road Atlanta 10-hour event on Forza 7. We'll be streaming our personal point of views, or ones that can, and I'll keep you up to date on where we finish and so on and so forth. So any support from that, if you want to watch something different, any support for that will be very, very thankful. So thank you if you do. Yeah, we'll be back Sunday, and I will be back on the comms box on my regular schedule, I guess, on Thursday. Hopefully be joined by the long-awaited debut. He's meant to make his debut in Baku, then tonight. It's not. It's going to make his debut in France. I 100% guarantee it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll be back anyway. Next Thursday, 8 o'clock. Make sure you don't miss it. That's been RSF1 Tier 4. Your podium today, Duffalump in the Racing Point, Monster Skyline P2 in the Williams. Your winner, Leon in the Ferrari. Make sure you vote for Driver of the Day on the Twitter when it's up. Take care, as always. Speak to you next time.